How close this game ends up playing out to our predictions is going to be Splat Zones on Sturgeon. Let's first off see if the ranges go out the way. They're going to be completely opposite with comps, right?
So
well, there's the Brush.
Yep, Brush.
Brush K-Pro. Okay. Oh, that's pretty interesting. So we see a Dynamo. Yeah. So not quite as extreme as we thought, but we see the we see the Zap, we see the K-Pro Slayer, we see the Brush. Then we kind of see like a Dynamo and a Charger and a K-Pro and a Burst Bomb. So definitely a difference in ranges. We'll see how it ends up playing out.
Yeah. Like the difference in range. I don't know if it's. I think it's as much going to be difference in range as much the difference of the two brushes. One of the roller versus the brush is going to have different sort of coverage and time to swing. And currently, Nyan, Neko, Sugar Girls. How do we abbreviate
I'm just gonna call them Sugar Girls.
Sugar Girls. They're securing a pretty strong hold on the middle.
They're starting to fall down a little bit now. They've lost one. They've lost two.
It's
2v4.
So
Specials popping from blue team. Yeah. So Fish is going to be able to kind of push that back. The sniper here doing a good job at staying alive.
Oh,
nice
really
shot.
Yeah.
That was really good. Either prediction, maybe a call out or something. But that's going to put an end to this hold, and it's going to put a penalty down, and it's going to put
suction bomb launcher really useful for Splat Zones.
I don't even know if that was necessary, to be honest.
It definitely wasn't.
That was a pretty clean take back. I mean, you saw how that sniper was able to just kind of stay alive. The other member of Sugar Girls was also able to just not do anything, don't do anything stupid, and you're going to be fine. Unfortunately, the Dynamo gets taken out right there, and this is a full wipe just like that before the camera can even check what's happening on the other side of the map. Now, let's see how Fish for $20 sets up. We see the Charger kind of going to the enemy snipe. We talked about long-range weapons being really hard to get rid of here. Someone gets taken out. Unfortunately,
two are pushing the left. They have Ink Armor going, so they're trying to push to get the objective again. With equal numbers, Ink Armor kind of gives one team the advantage. I also like using Ink Armor to sort of, if it was a 3v4 where my team is down a member, sort of equalize that.
Yeah, it kind of like adds the equivalent of one person to your team temporarily, so it can kind of either create a huge advantage or stop you from losing advantage.
Fish for 20 takes the lead, and it's a pretty aggressive suction bomb launcher, but mainly just to keep them back and hold the line. That's a pretty even fight over there. Oh, that was a good snipe.
That taunt coming into effect right now. Let's see if they're able to stop this timer, though. Only a few seconds left. Bomb Rush, unfortunately, is not fast enough.
Yes. Okay, and that's game for...
That is going to be Fish for $20 with a point on the board. I'm actually kind of surprised at how that went. The beginning of that match really seemed like Sugar Girls was going to be able to kind of continue dominating the way they were. They had really good holds. They kind of stayed alive and faded back and didn't give up too much ground. Pretty consistently, I thought, but after that one full wipe, the hold that Fish for $20 had on the map, it just ended up being way stronger than what had happened so far. Like they pushed up really far. We saw that. I think someone from Sugar Girls might have like kind of jumped down the court, not realizing how fast that they were going to move up. There was a split spawn from that being taken out. The sniper, I think, took out, was it the enemy sniper? They took out someone. There was basically a bunch of snipes and just a bunch of really forward movement.
There were good snipes on both sides.
Yeah.
That was really
that is
interesting.
True.
I think something that could be interesting to talk about for that last match was both sort of the use of the snipers on both compositions as well as the use of the suction bomb launchers.
Yeah.
The suction bombs were not particularly effective in either of the cases we saw them. Yeah. One was sort of unnecessary, and the last one just wasn't enough.
The last one, so when you're dealing with having like a splashdown or a BO bomb or something like that, you have to kind of go about your suction rushes a little bit differently. In the case of a splashdown like we saw, you have to space the bombs out really widely across zone.
Because it gets canceled out by
that way it doesn't.
Down.
Yeah, exactly. You can just hold the button down. So the way the suction launcher works is as you hold the button, it kind of charges the bomb. And what it's actually doing is adding ability points of bomb range to the bomb. So if you just hold down the button, you get 6 mains of bomb range. So it's really easy to just chuck really far. That all being said, I don't know how... Let's say that like that splashdown didn't take out the bomb rush. I don't really know how much time
it was sort of a desperation.
Yeah, it was sort of like a desperation thing.
I think all the members of Nyan Neko Girls were jumping to the right side there and trying to just get one last push at the last second, but it just wasn't soon enough.
Nyan Neko Sugar Girls. What a name.
So the next match is going to be Rainmaker Black Belly. So judging from what we saw in that first match and the compositions we saw in the first match, what do we think is going to happen here?
we're still expecting Fish for $20 to win this one, and that's not just because they won the first one. It's just because like the weapons that they've expressed willingness to play kind of excel here. At the same time, Nyan Neko girls could Neko Sugar Vicky. I was gonna like make angry eye contact with her, but she's
the Sugar Girls.
Yeah, Sugar Girls. They could, like most teams, just have a different comp to play on Black Belly. For the most part, on maps like Black Belly, even something like Moray or Albacore, teams tend to kind of have like one or two people on the team go different weapons than they normally would to kind of deal with the unusually long or short-range nature of the map. So we can see what happens, and maybe they'll stick with a similar comp and be able to just outplay their opponent. I didn't really think that either of those teams was very far ahead or behind the other in terms of skill, so anything could happen if you just outplay your opponent.
This map has a lot of different areas to maneuver and a lot of different paths around the map, though, so it'll be interesting to see which direction they try to take the Rainmaker to push their advantage.
Yeah, for the most part, the standard way to go is to push it right. There's a lot of cover leading up to it. You can knock out really quickly after a wipe, and also the points that you gain are accelerated, so you gain more points earlier. However, in certain situations, if you are able to kind of take the Rainmaker left unguarded, you can kind of get like that surprise factor in. So generally, it's right first, left if possible. Right there, we see Luna throwing a bomb, getting a pick with that bomb to start. Going to trade with the Dynamo is a 3v1 situation, though.
So Fish has a huge numbers advantage here.
Yeah, that Sploosh kind of out of position to kind of save this. Fortunately, the Rainmaker is stopped. I think Sploosh has some bomb range, which is kind of like the standard thing that we can see in Splooshes nowadays. And that was able to kind of slow things down. No real big scores right now. 51, not that many points, not anything that too terrible to worry about. As we kind of see Sugar Girls
pushing back
regaining their bearings. Yeah,
pushing back with the special, and then they're going for a reset here.
Yep.
And now they have to defend and push them back. Fish for 20 takes the Rainmaker again. But now it's 2 for 2. Pretty much anything can happen in the next couple seconds.
Yeah.
It's really hard to push past that particular point, though they seem to be making good progress. And they lost the Rainmaker. So
also notice that Nyan Sugar Girls is going a Dynamo instead of a Charger. So we do kind of see that willingness to kind of go with a different type of team comp for Black Belly specifically. Let's see how it ends up working out for them, because now here's the time where they have to do a take back. Fortunately, the Booyah Bomb user gets taken out. Here goes a trade
that was an interesting
on the hammer. 2v3 situation. There is armor.
They're going left.
Nice kill from the Dynamo right now. This isn't probably going to be a lead, but depending on how things turn out, if safe spawns can be kind of gathered from this, they could turn this into a bigger push. And unfortunately, the Dynamo misses the flick. Probably going to get taken out by some explosive here. They do. 3v4 situation. I think the push is still going, though.
That corner is going to be pretty easy to defend with the Charger there. So they're pushing back.
Yeah, like I said, in general, the other side of the map is the safer way to go. But sometimes, when you're in position, you're in position.
And if that area of the map has been uninked by either side, it can be beneficial to try. Lots of messages, choke point, lots of bombs, a lot of bombs.
A lot of pressure from Krakenmare here. The Brush unfortunately unable to kind of paint a path, but I think
here
it's
we
going to be
go.
enough.
Oh, that was so close.
Stops it at 1.
Oh, they stopped it again. So this is, well, now this means that Nyan Neko Sugar Girls need to knock out if they want the victory, which just means they're going to have to be forced to play a much more aggressive play style than, well, they've been playing pretty aggressively as they could for
Rainmaker going to reset. Yep, no one's going to, let's say, no one's going to be back there to pick it up.
I mean, if they were, that would be a completely different story.
Unfortunately for them, Fish for $20 gets the pop. Let's see how this ends up working out as far as mid control is concerned. The Booyah Bomb does paint some mid. Luna does pop up here with an Inkjet, though, which will be able to get a pick. Looks like he's going to be able to not take up the Rainmaker, so this actually is looking like there might be a double kill or a pseudo double kill as Luna doesn't get the pick. There's a hammer afoot. She's going to jump back to base.
Yeah, that allowed the Rainmaker to push in that direction, but as you were mentioning, it's not the safest and easiest route going left. But it seems to be what Neko Sugar Girls are trying. 2 down on both sides, which allows for a bigger push.
Oh, nice shot. So this looks like it's going to be stopped here, but if enough time goes by and the Rainmaker's still not stopped, a lot of members are going to be able to jump in and get some good respawns. So we'll see if any kind of fight erupts here. No, it looks like no. It looks like no one jumped in. Ooh, Froppy gets taken out by the bombs, and that's really good. Unfortunately, the Dynamo gets taken out by the the Octo Shot, not the K-Pro up top. And that looks like it's going to be into the pressure until Luna gets taken out here. Let's see if they try pushing right. I think that if a pick or two happens here and they're able to push right, this will look really good for Neko Sugar Girls. Now, like you said, they are going to be able to have to get that knockout. But to be honest, I think that's how they have to be playing in general to be able to kind of take to win the set anyway, right? So
they have the numbers advantage for the moment, but
there's someone behind the Rainmaker. Oh, get around the corner. This is really good.
This is uninked, so it's a clear path, but they get stopped.
All right, don't get taken out by the splashdown. You're going to be in great shape. Unfortunately, the 2v3 situation right now. Someone else gets another pick.
Yeah, this does not look good for it.
Jumps out, though. Only 30 seconds left. This is going to be really difficult for Nyan Neko Sugar Girls to actually come back from this, because by the time the Rainmaker stops, it's going to be an overtime situation. And that we really haven't seen them be able to push up too terribly far.
I can see them getting overtime here, though.
I could see them getting it and pushing it overtime, but them actually knocking it out of the overtime is really kind of hard to imagine.
Yeah. So here they Fish for 20 kept the Rainmaker and won this match as well.
Okay, so that's 2 up. I mean, I think the first game was definitely... Well, actually, this game wasn't even that one-sided. I mean, there was that one really big push, but aside from that, it was a lot of back and forth. I just think Sugar Girls wasn't able to... Yeah, and they do get outslayed, as you can see from the KDs, right? So I think that they were just unable to kind of convert their push opportunities into a lot more picks.
on the rush. Really well played.
Yeah. Well, I think that if you were to kind of break that game down and look at the KDs and find out, okay, well, let's take like a neutral situation and a few kills happen and then a push starts. And let's separate those kills after the push starts, right? I bet that the KDs would be really similar.
Okay.
And all the excess numbers that you saw out of... They were from the pushes, so they were better pushes. And the thing about Splatoon, unlike a lot of games where you have something like Team Deathmatch or like Capture the Flag or King of the Hill, where the way the score works is you get like a cumulative count of what the score is, right? You get a count of like, okay, well, we took the flag from one base to the other X many times, 5 times and we win. Or Team Deathmatch where we get 50 kills and we win. Or like something like King of the Hill where it's like we get 2 minutes total hill time and we win. Splatoon doesn't work like that. Splatoon awards whichever team gets the single best, most executed push. So
it's really hard to come back from that once it gets pushed all the way to 1 point left.
Yeah, and if Fish for $20 KD discrepancy compared to Sugar Girls in that last game was solely because of those pushes, well, that means that they're executing the important part better, right? Like they're actually having those game-winning pushes be possible. And if that's where the KD is coming from, then they definitely deserve to win that game.
So here we are, tower control on Wahoo World.
And I think this is a bit of a neutral. Well, as far as long range versus short range is concerned, I think this is a bit of a neutral kind of map. I mean, it's a longer range map. Mid-range weapons are pretty good here. Once you start making the push, some of the close-range weapons can do a bit of a beating on the enemy team, and like putting like the spawn camping and spawn trapping in. We'll see how that ends up going on. So right now,
Fish for 20 has the number advantage for this initial push at least. I think something interesting note here is we see 1 ball point on Sugar Girls, but not
instead
on
of 3.
Release patch for ball point. That was a pretty good first push, but not able to get to the first checkpoint.
It's a nice stop. I mean, it's not even at the first checkpoint, like you said, so this isn't anything really to freak out about. We'll see, again, we have to see, though, how is Sugar Girls going to put together how are they going to take advantage of their opportunities, right? And it seemed like they didn't really push up that much. They seem to be aware of the fact that there was someone else kind of in their base, but they didn't really seem to be that proactive about it. But here it comes a slightly different situation. We see a 4v2. Yep, we see a 4v2. Some people are kind of on split spawns right now. Specials go down. Froppy right now is, I was going to say they're not quite with the objective, but now they are.
They're funny is pretty spread up and pushed up, but they were getting stopped pretty well by Sugar Girls. That Booyah Bomb's going to help allow for the checkpoint to be captured.
Ooh, that Dynamo.
Really good defense by Sugar Girls. That Booyah Bomb, it wasn't that it was unnecessary. I think it was just started a bit early and needed to be finished.
It was used at a time when it would be useful, but the person ended up getting picked anyway, so they just kind of, you know.
When your team does that well.
Yeah, yeah. we're doing too good, guys. My special wasn't needed.
Oh. Looks like Fish for 20 is able to come back and just take the aggressive push. 3 members down, all 4 members down and respawning now.
And this is what I was talking about earlier, right? Like, look at the difference between when Sugar Girls gets map control and has an opportunity, and when Fish for 20 gets map control and has that opportunity. They were just lickety split just in the enemy base, trying to go for picks, making sure the objective was getting taken. That full map take is very noticeable when it comes to the difference in how these two teams are kind of performing right now. I thought something crazy was going to happen, but really we saw
just a trade.
The objective's still just going to be pushed right now. So let's see what. All right, so we're at the halfway point.
Booyah Bomb coming up and 10 missiles coming out for Fish for 20.
Nice,
Although
LJ.
good stop. Yep.
Okay, so it looks like the objective is still being pushed, though, or at least they're still in the position to do so. Yeah, we still have some people on tower. We have the Stingray going off. LJ right now getting really aggressive, trying to make sure that Luna gets taken out here. Luna has been doing a lot of damage to her team, so being able to take her out during that push and get these split spawns kind of dealt with is really important. But now we see, again, like the difference. They're kind of Sugar Girls is kind of still on their side of the map. They're kind of hesitant to move up. And I know that they have that one flank, but honestly, if there's one person flanking, they're not really doing anything. Well, look, they're not really doing anything. Just push up, be mindful, call them out.
Fish for 20 was sort of just regrouping because they knew they had the advantage. There's no need to be so aggressive right now. No need to push and push up to the enemy side of the map. They're able to just get the objective again and slowly push up.
Nice.
I don't know if slowly is the right word anymore.
Yeah, apparently not, right?
Booyah Bomb coming out, and interesting. Well, I was about to say, threw it in, even though they had vision of the roller, but got the roller anyways.
LJ gets taken out. Dynamo is now respawning. Stingray going off. Tower going very fast to this last checkpoint. This last checkpoint doesn't last that long, but it does give an opportunity for Sugar Girls to kind of respawn and do something about it. Unfortunately, LJ kind of goes in by themselves. Peach, though, is able to get a pick, get another pick, and now push this this charger back. So you stop yourselves from getting knocked out, but how are you going to put together a game-winning push? That's what we haven't seen so far from Sugar Girls. That's what we want to see. We saw a little bit. We saw more signs of that being possible, but you know, less than a minute left in the game, backs against the wall. If you lose this, the set is over for you. How are they going to be able to go about this differently?
Each had a really good stock that last set, defending very well from the knockout, as well as doing a pretty good job pushing up. And here we have a super jump back into the center for Sugar Girls. But numbers are even. In terms of specials, it looks like Fish for 20
4v2 right now. This can do it. If you take out this Stingray, that means that it's going to have a much. Unfortunately, the Stingray gets out, so this is going to be really hard for this comeback.
2 seconds. It has to go for overtime.
Yeah, they're going to have to be able to survive this Stingray. They're going to have to be able to get picks on everyone that's near the tower while this is happening.
Luna defending. There's no rush at all. No pressure for Fish for 20.
If you can get the pick on her, this would be so huge. But she gets the double instead, and then she's going to be able to get on the tower. That is going to be the set 3-0. But yeah, I mean that if Luna had gotten taken out there, that set might have been a different story because then you could have like taken turns, kind of be on the tower. And if once Luna was out, that would have been literally it. Like no one would have been able to stop the tower, and that would have at least allowed you to kind of get past that checkpoint. But then again, people are going to be able to keep respawning, and that was a really difficult situation, kind of no matter what.
So this entire set seemed